Breaking news! Social Security checks are about to increase for millions. But how much could you get? You won't believe the details behind this historic move and what it means for your future benefits. A new piece of legislation has just been passed, marking a significant milestone for Social Security beneficiaries. For the first time in years, lawmakers have made a move to directly impact Social Security, and millions are set to benefit. But what does this bill actually mean, and who is going to see their checks rise? In today's video, we'll dive deep into the details of the Mailbox Social Security Fairness Act. The bill that promises to increase benefits for 2.8 million beneficiaries. We'll break down exactly how this legislation works, what changes it's bringing, and which key provisions are finally being eliminated after years of debate. Plus, we'll discuss the big question: will the Senate pass it, or could it stall right here? You'll get an inside look at the specifics of the windfall elimination provision and the cross-government pension offset, and how their removal could make a huge difference for some. We'll also touch on the next steps, including whether the Senate will approve it and what the future holds for Social Security. Stick around, because this is a turning point that could impact millions, and you don't want to miss a thing. Welcome to the channel, Financial Area, where we bring you the latest and most important updates on everything that impacts your wallet. If you're looking to stay informed on major financial changes, you're in the right place. Before we dive in, make sure to hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up so you never miss an update. Now, let's get into the details of this groundbreaking news. Anything that directly impacts Social Security is worth paying attention to. And right now, something big is happening. A new bill has been passed through the House of Representatives and is now making its way through the legislative process. This isn't just another minor adjustment or proposal. This bill is specifically designed to increase Social Security benefits for millions of beneficiaries. It's rare to see new legislation aimed at improving Social Security, let alone one that could result in actual increases to benefit checks. In fact, it's been years since lawmakers have introduced anything like this. Social Security has often been left on the back burner, with little attention paid to the real needs of beneficiaries. So, when something this significant comes up, it's a major development. And I've been getting a lot of questions from all of you in the comments, asking for more information on this bill and what it actually means. I understand the confusion and excitement. After all, this could mean more money for millions. So, let's take a closer look at what's going on and what you can expect as this bill moves forward. Anything that involves an official piece of legislation comes with a lot of details, and the name of this bill tells you a lot about what it's aiming to do. It's called the Social Security Fairness Act, and its purpose is clear: to address long-standing issues with the current Social Security system. The bill is set to directly impact about 2.8 million beneficiaries. These are individuals who have been affected by outdated provisions that have been reducing their Social Security checks for years. While this is a significant number, it's important to note that this change doesn't apply to every Social Security recipient. It's a targeted effort that focuses on a specific group within the broader population. Still, the impact of this bill is not insignificant. By addressing these provisions, the bill aims to increase benefits for a considerable portion of the Social Security community. When we dive into the specifics of the Social Security Fairness Act, we see two major provisions that will be removed, both of which have been a point of contention for years. These changes are crucial for understanding how the bill will directly impact benefits for many individuals. First, let's talk about the Windfall Elimination Provision, or WEP. This provision has historically reduced Social Security benefits for people who receive a government pension from public service jobs. Think teachers, police officers, and other public sector workers. The reason for the reduction is based on the idea that they were already receiving pensions, so they didn't need as much from Social Security. The new bill removes WEP, meaning that these individuals will now receive higher Social Security benefits, correcting what many considered an unfair reduction. The second key change is the Government Pension Offset, or GPO. This provision affects spousal benefits, reducing the amount a spouse could receive if their partner is receiving a government pension. Under the current rules, if someone's spouse worked in a public service job and is drawing a pension, their own Social Security spousal benefit would be reduced by 2/3 of the pension amount. The new bill eliminates GPO, which means that spousal benefits will increase for those impacted, allowing families to receive the full benefits they're entitled to. So, who exactly will see the benefits of this bill? Well, approximately 2.8 million individuals will experience a significant increase in their Social Security benefits due to the removal of the windfall elimination provision, WEP, and the government pension offset, GPO. These individuals are primarily those who worked in public service jobs, such as teachers, firefighters, and police officers, and are now receiving government pensions. For them, this change means more money coming into their pockets, helping to correct the financial disparity caused by these provisions. However, it's important to note that this bill does not apply to all Social Security recipients. While it will bring relief to millions, the changes are specifically geared toward those affected by WEP and GPO. This means that not every beneficiary will see an increase in their Social Security checks. If you're not impacted by these provisions, your benefits won't change as a result of this new legislation. Now that the bill has passed through the House, it's currently in the hands of the Senate. The bill will undergo a thorough review process, where senators will have the opportunity to examine the details and propose amendments. This is where things can get tricky. The Senate may make changes to the bill, potentially altering some of its provisions or adding new ones. There's also the question of whether the bill, in its current form, will pass the Senate. While there's significant support for the changes, especially with the potential benefits for millions, the Senate is known for its deliberative process. This means that even though the bill is making its way through, there's still uncertainty about whether it will pass without revisions or delays. As the bill moves into the Senate, there's a real possibility that additional amendments could be introduced. Lawmakers may propose increasing benefits further, or even adding more reforms to the Social Security system. If the Senate decides to strengthen the bill, it could result in even better outcomes for those affected by the windfall elimination provision and government pension offset. However, there's always the unknown. The Senate could introduce changes that shift the direction of the bill or alter its original intent. This is where things get uncertain and the potential for surprises comes into play. While more improvements are possible, it's impossible to predict exactly how the Senate will proceed with the bill. A key point to note is the strong support the bill received in the House. 327 votes in favor versus only 76 against. This kind of overwhelming backing, especially in today's polarized political climate, is rare when it comes to Social Security reforms. Such bipartisan support is a positive sign that lawmakers across the aisle recognize the importance of improving the system for millions of Americans. It shows that there is momentum building for more changes, and this could pave the way for future Social Security reforms with more collaboration between parties. If the bill passes through the Senate, it will then move on to the President for final approval. This is where the process reaches its final stage, but even then, there's still a chance for adjustments or amendments to be made. Once it reaches the President's desk, they'll have the power to approve it or suggest further changes. Depending on how the process unfolds, there could be more Social Security reforms on the horizon if this bill sets a precedent for future action. Stay tuned for more updates on the bill's progress, and feel free to share any questions or thoughts in the comments below. If you found this helpful, don't forget to subscribe for more updates on Social Security and other important news.